Paradise Pixies, my name is Pristiny and welcome back to my Pink Paradise. For those who are new, you have just entered a magical gateway into a pink fairyland. Now that you're here, you'll need your pixie wings, so subscribe to transform into a paradise pixie. As you fly around, you'll see 8 pixie places related to all content I film here in my Pink Paradise. So be careful as you're flying out. There is pink pixie powder in the air and it makes it harder to see. And also in the description box, you will find all of my social media sprinkled with pink pixie dust. So today is a very exciting video. Everyone has been asking me how many locks do I have? Can you guys look at my hair and probably make a guess? Like, before you watch the whole video, guess how many locks I have. Just make a guess, put it down in the comment section, and let's see who is the closest to my lock count. But yeah, so it's been like little over 2 months, like 2 months and 2 weeks since I got my Microlocs installed. So disclaimer, when I got my Microlocs installed, I knew exactly how many locks I had, because after my install, me and my sister, we went through and counted both of our locks. She had her Microloc installed and I have mine, but we counted our locks. And as I was like looking at my locks, I was like, okay, they're not small enough for me. So I sat there through the entire appointment, the lock install appointment. I loved my size. I got exactly what I asked for. When she started at the nape, we had to do it like 3 or 4 times as she was going up, and I was like, okay, go smaller. Once we picked the size, it looked good. Like, I loved it, but it took 2 days for the install. So when she did half of my head the first day, it was like 6 or 7 hours, and it was half of my head. So I loved it, but I was like, okay, hopefully when she does the rest of my head, it's like full, because I really want a lot of tiny locks and I like volume. So fast forward, after the second day of my install, me and my sister came home and we counted my locks, and I knew my lock count. I was fine with it, but it wasn't the lock count, it was the lock size. So like, I'm just here to say, lock count has nothing to do with lock size on every person, because somebody who has a certain lock count versus somebody who has the same lock count, it's not gonna look same, because there is head size difference, there is density difference. It has to do with how you install it. Did that person start with braids? Did they start with coils? Did they start with 2-strand twists? Or did they get it interlocked or even instant locked? Because I have had like instant locks before this. This is my 3rd lock set. But yes, so if you are looking at anybody else's locks or even my locks and you're inspired, that's okay to be inspired, but don't think that you getting the same lock count is our hair is going to look completely different, because there's so many things that comes into factor about lock count. All that to say is, you can have a lock crush, you can have people for inspiration, but don't discourage yourself in your lock journey to think that if you get your lock count like someone else's, your hair is going to turn out like theirs. It took me 3 times, 3 different lock sets to finally realize I wanted Microlocs. So okay, go on. So this is my hair. So again, I'm gonna like try to shake it loose so y'all can try to guess my lock count. But yeah, this is my hair. It did not look like this after my install. I went and added some curl defining cream, because after the wash it made my hair really frizzy. And what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna count my hair, then my sister is going to come in and help me count my hair. So let's see if we both get a different number. And I trust her count more than mine, because she can see my head better than I can, of course. I'm gonna start counting the back first. My arm's about to be so tired, y'all. Okay, I counted 44.
Hey y'all, I'm about to count my sister Locs. Sorry, say hi.
Hi. Okay, so now it's time to confirm my lock count. I got like 378? Yeah, I got 378, but let's see how accurate that is. All right, we're starting with the back right. Oh wow, see, that was right. Look, the back right, 44. Last section, y'all, it's some work.
It is.
Just some work.
My arms are burning.
Mine was too. And yeah, I see how it feels.
All right.
Okay, the moment of truth. 56 plus 44 plus 45 plus 79 plus 77 plus 75. 376 locks, which is pretty much accurate. Like, I know that's pretty much accurate from what we added. So I got 376 locks.
Wow.
All right, so that's actually not the end of the video, and 376 locks is actually not my final lock count. So between that clip and now, I have split my locks. I have made them smaller, and I have gone through my grid and just like added some more locks. Basically, we're gonna count how many locks I have now. I have 8 sections, and we're gonna go through and get the final total. When I very first got my install, I had 280 locks. So from the previous clip, I had 376 locks. So if you do the math from there, you can kind of see how many locks I added from 280 to 376. But I'm not at 376 anymore. I have added some more locks. So we're gonna count them. And I have a sticky note to just track everything. Get a good look at my grid and my parts, how small they are. I like them. This is how small I like them, really full and everything. All right, so I counted 28 in this back section right here. Okay, this section was also 28 locks. At this section, my arm's getting tired. All right, this was 43. Okay, 43 in this section. All right, now this section, and then I will have the front 2 and then the front middle 2. Whew, that was also 43. So these two are actually even on both sides. Okay, this section was 65. Very thick section. Can y'all see? It's a lot of locks. A lot of locks. See? Whew. Okay, this one is 88. That's a lot of locks on this side. I think this side of my head has more hair, but I don't know because these two are exactly the same amount, and this one is 88 and this one is 65. All right, that is 74 locks right here. So let's do the very last section. And again, you know all of these if you've done the math. How many locks you think I have? All right, this section right here is 90 locks. Oh my God, 90 locks. Okay, so I have all of the numbers right here, and I had to pause the camera, of course, and use my calculator and add it all up. So I have a total of, I'm gonna write it down because I know I already just calculated it. Here's the numbers again. So we had 28, 28, 43, 43, 88, 65, 90, and 74 for a total, grand total of 459 locks. 459 locks. That is how many locks I have in my head. Okay, so that means I have added a total of 83 locks since the previous clip that y'all saw when I was at 376 locks, and now I'm at 459 locks. That means I added a total of 83 locks, but in all I added a total of 179 locks since my install. I had 280 from my original first day install, and now me sitting at 459 locks. If you do the math, I added a total of 179 locks to my head. So all right, 376 locks is not my lock count. 460 locks is not my lock count. As you can see, I have a pink Christmas tree in the background, and it is currently November the 12th. But yes, between the last clip and the previous clip before, obviously my hair looks a lot different, and that is because I have yet again split my locks. So let's do one more quick rundown. I had 280 locks with the original install. I split my locks to 376 locks. Then I split again to 460 locks. Now we're gonna see how many locks I have split again, and you can tell they look a lot different. They are obviously smaller and they're starting to separate. You can kind of tell like my locks are separating now, even though it still looks like a little curly fro. This is my hair. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and separate my hair into maybe 8 sections. I'm gonna have my sister to count my locks, and we're going to finally get a grand total. Sorry that I put you through all of those lock counts, but I wasn't done. I kept looking at my hair like, okay, I want it smaller, I want it smaller, I want it smaller. So I don't know if you can see, but they are tiny, tiny. It is full. I'm looking at my bangs. Let me take this off so y'all can see. All right, let's take it down. This is what it looks like. So, can you guess? I had 460. What do you think I have now? All right, I will be back for the lock counting parts. All right, so I am back, and this time I'm not going to go through and count my locks for you because I've already did that in my part 1 and part 2 with my 376 locks and my 460 locks. So now I have already counted these 8 sections. And I have a grand total of my lock count. And I think I am pretty satisfied with the overall appearance and the lock count that I have. And hopefully, I don't think I will be adding any more locks, especially since they are very, very small now and I like them. But if I do add some more, I'll just add like a few. But as of right now, this is my lock count and I have no intentions on adding any more locks right now. So the back right section right here, I had 43 locks. The back left section, I had 42 locks. The middle back right, I had 79 locks. The middle back left, I had 85 locks. The middle front right, I had 68 locks. The middle front left, I had 83 locks. The front right, I have 39 locks. And then the front left, I have 54 locks. So let me go through the numbers again. If you add them up, you already know my lock count, but it is 43, 42, 79, 85, 68, 83, 39, 54. So that gives us a grand total of 493 locks. Yeah, so I guess I lied again because 493 locks is not my final lock count. I don't know what it is, but I was like, I'm so close to 500 locks. It wouldn't hurt to add just a few more. So, drum roll please. I ended up giving myself a total of 510 Microlocs. Yes, 510 Microlocs is my total lock count. Love it so much. I am absolutely satisfied with this number and the look. I started off with 280 Microlocs with this set and I have 510, so that means I split my locks small and gave myself 230 additional locks. Now during my next retie appointment, I may get a few locks added along the front of my hairline. It's not my edges, I just have a lot of loose hair in the front. I may have around 515 or 520 after we're done, but for now my lock count is 510. I just have a lot of loose hair in the front and I may interlock it.